Are you okay?
Not sure if we're in focus. Should I double check?
Jesus, Martha. You should double check. Because if we're not focused, this whole thing is a wash. How do I look? Do I look amazing?
Not sure even how to check this. How to check it because I don't know how this works. You look pretty focused. Yeah, you look focused.
I'm definitely focused.
Oh, life is passing you by, by. Your whole reality is nothing but a lie. Please stop taking up my, please stop taking up my time.
This is going to be interesting.
Our hair is touching.
Our
hair is touching, but our skin is not.
Okay, we've got a special edition.
Yeah.
We did what is commonly referred to as the dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
Today.
And I wore my dress.
It didn't go well for me.
You've got some
got some shoe issues.
You got some shoe issues, some shoe demons from Amazon.
Yeah. Placed an order twice for the Craft Xplor Pro shoes. Ordered a size 10.5 a couple weeks ago, received a size 11.5. Returned them. Yep. Ordered the size 10.5 again, received a size 11.5. So
I don't get it.
But I don't either. I've gone a different route. I'm going to go with a shoe that I've worn before. It's the Craft Xplor 2.
Yep.
Ordered it from a different company.
Yep.
Should be receiving those on Tuesday.
Yep.
But today we're going to focus on the gear that we're going to be using for the Black Hills 100 and the gear that people need.
Yeah.
Not everybody needs the exact same thing.
No.
But this is the gear that we're going to use and that we would recommend using for an ultramarathon.
Yeah. Probably specifically a 100-mile.
Yep. Yep.
Just because there would be some variances if you were only doing 50 probably or something else.
Yep, for sure.
But for a 100-miler, this is what we're going to use and what we've found that works for us.
Yeah, and I think we should start with the basics. So starting from the ground up, from the body out.
Yeah.
So let's start at the feet.
Yep.
So what you're going to need first is a good pair of shoes.
Yep.
And not only are you going to need probably one pair of shoes, you're probably going to need two. Probably going to need a backup.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if it's the same pair of shoes or a different pair of shoes. Yep. I kind of like to use two different pair of shoes just in case the one pair isn't quite doing it for me.
Yep.
So I really like the brand Craft. And this is actually the shoe that I just ordered. It is the Craft Xplor 2 shoe. It's a gravel shoe. I like it. It's a softer shoe. It has this Vittoria Craft kind of collaboration. It's actually a tire tread.
Yep, for bikes.
Mm-hmm. It works well on the trails that we run on. And you can also run on the road too. Yep. So it's kind of
not too aggressive of a lug on the bottom of that shoe, but plenty for what we're doing.
Yep. So I'm going to use that to start. And then if I want to, I'm going to shift over to this one.
I hope you do, because those things are just so shiny. I love it.
Yeah. This is the Nordlite Ultra 2 by Craft. Kind of the same story with the...
Does that have the Vittoria?
Nope. No. It does have... it has that gravel outsole, though. That's kind of how it's marketed as a gravel shoe. You can run on the road and some lighter trails.
Yep.
So that'll be the two pairs of shoes that I wear.
Okay. Cool. For me... I'm a little jammed up.
He's reaching.
I'm a lot
He's reaching. Up. He's going around. And the shoes, wear something you're comfortable with and that you've worn
Good.
that you've
goodness.
worn before. Don't just try to go out there and wear something for the first time that you've never worn, because that would be a bad idea.
That happened last year for you.
Yep.
It was bad.
I did. And I had some problems, and I just reverted back because I had an extra pair of what I had known, and that's what I did.
So I'm going to start the race, I think, with the Brooks Cascadia Elite, which is a plated shoe, but it's not like, the plate is pretty forgiving in it. It's a relatively, I'd say it's a medium stack trail shoe. And it has a built-in gaiter, which I like. And it's a really comfortable shoe. I mean, I really like it. It has the Vibram Mega Grip Elite on the bottom, but it's not a very aggressive lug on this shoe. It's probably, I would say it's focused towards like the kinds of trails that we generally run on. So that's what I'm going to start with. And then I forgot to take out my other shoes, which I can grab them quick. So if that's not working or I need a change, I am going to go to the Norda 005, which is a pretty plush shoe. So I'm thinking maybe after the turnaround or at the turnaround, I would possibly put that shoe on. It's super comfortable. It's super durable. I've worn other Norda shoes, the 001 and the 002. And this also has the Vibram Mega Grip, and it is a little more of an aggressive lug on it compared to the Brooks's, but it's still nothing crazy. It has like the Dyneema upper, which is super durable. It's just a really good shoe. And people say these shoes are good for over 1,000 miles. So
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah, super.
I think too, with Norda, if they ever get to the iteration of 007, they have to name the shoe Goldeneye.
Yeah.
007.
They will.
They better.
They better. I mean,
They
they're good
have
at
to.
marketing, so
They have
I
to.
assume that,
The Norda 007 Goldeneye.
yeah, they'll make it happen.
They better.
Guaranteed.
Okay, so shoes in check. Socks. I don't have any socks that really...
Right.
I've never really fallen in love with a pair of socks. I'm just going to have plenty of socks.
Yeah, I think
Make sure
that's
that
probably,
if I have to change socks, I'm going to have socks available.
that's the main thing, is plenty of socks to change, because you just don't know how your feet are going to handle it on the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Some
very-
people like a thinner sock. Some people like a thicker sock. I personally like a little bit thicker,
I do too.
but to each their own when it comes to taking care of your toes out there. Some people like to do a powder on the foot. Some people like to tape the feet.
Yep.
I personally don't like to do anything with the feet until maybe there's a problem,
Right.
because I don't typically have huge problems with my feet.
Yeah,
So,
I haven't had keep your feet dry, I think is
Yep.
probably
Yep.
something that needs to be addressed pretty immediately. So,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, moving up.
moving up the body. And we ran today. We did the dress rehearsal.
Yep.
We kind of wanted to try out, exactly what we'd be wearing. I've got these Legend shorts on. They have the what do you call it?
Liner, compression liner.
The compression liner. They're not the tightest on the inside,
Right.
which is comfortable. I'll probably wear these. They do have like a spot for the phone, which is kind of nice to kind of keep available. Pretty standard pair of shorts. And I'll have probably a couple pairs of shorts available to change into.
Yeah, we don't have any of that stuff, but you definitely want to have extra of all the things packed into your backpack, or whatever you're using to organize your stuff. But you definitely want to have options, because you don't ever really know what you're going to want.
Yeah. And it could be weather-wise, it could be rainy.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on time of year that you're racing too, but for this Black Hills one, typically it's going to be hot. So you're going to get wet, sweaty wise, but it could also be thunderstorms, rainy.
And it could get cold at night, especially if a storm rolls through. You know, stuff like that you need to be prepared for.
You might want to be changing into some dry shorts overnight. And you always want to have different options for those types of weather situations. So have some options prepared in your kit. Moving up from there, layer wise, I'm going to try this. I've never done this before. I'm going to try a layer. This right here is just a tank top. And then I'm going to try an outer layer. I'm going to try 2 different options here. I'm going to try this rabbit shirt. It's kind of the Eric Sensman look.
It's the rabbit,
the button up
something, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to try that to start. This right here to start, almost exactly. And then some kind of hat. Haven't decided yet. Glasses. Don't like this, but just a strap to keep them on. When I get sweaty, my glasses tend to move all around. So I fight these things, but typically it's a needed item. Just something you don't think about until you're messing with it.
Yeah.
And then you need it.
And it's like generally you don't have to mess with it on training runs, or it's not a crisis.
Yeah.
But when you're running a race, it becomes a crisis.
Yeah. And my vision's not that bad, but at night you need to see.
Yeah.
You need to be able to see where you're going. And typically most people's vision gets worse in the dark.
Especially at our age.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm going to be wearing, basically what I'm wearing. And then when it gets darker, nighttime, I'm going to do a swap of clothes, and I'll do a shirt, and then I'll do a rabbit long sleeve.
Yeah. I think, I mean, depending on what the weather is doing, I mean, I'm definitely going to probably put long sleeves on unless it stays quite warm.
Yeah.
Like I said, you just want to be real cognizant, and if you do have crew, which most people should, making sure that they're kind of watching that stuff for you too.
Yeah.
So when you get into the dark hours, that they're keeping an eye on the weather, that and the temperature, what the projected temperature is, so you know. Myself, basically the same thing as you're wearing. I got some Brooks lined. It's not a compression liner, but it's just a Brooks trail short. They have like a zipper pocket in the back that my phone fits in. So that's an option. And then I also have this Rabbit Mountain shirt. Shout out to Rabbit. This is the most versatile shirt. I wore this shirt to my nephew's graduation. Yeah. And I'm also wearing it to run 100 miles. So there's not many shirts that you can do that in.
I wear this to work all the time.
Yeah. It's a great shirt.
It is.
It fits great. It's, it's a
good
whatever.
shirt.
It's good. So that's kind of all of that.
Yeah. And I did realize we did miss a major thing unless you got it on here somewhere.
Okay.
Like headlamps and waist lamps.
I have all that stuff.
You have that with us?
That here.
Okay.
We can look.
So that's like the outer. That's the outer.
It's like the clothing
stuff,
part.
The clothing part of things, right?
Yeah. I think you just wear what you like
and what's appropriate for the weather.
Yeah.
And what's comfortable.
Yeah. For sure.
Some of the add-ons now, like you're gonna have to have some sort of vest. Yeah. You have to. Yeah.
I mean,
for what we're doing.
Yeah. For the amount of time that we're going to be running.
In an ultra marathon, typically the sections are going to be at least 5 to 10 miles. Yep. At least. Before you see anybody. So what that means in an ultra marathon race is, for people of our status, of our ability, you're going to be out there for over an hour.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. And so you have to carry things with you.
Yep.
And you have to be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
Because if you're not prepared, it can end your race.
Yep.
And so you have to have some method to carry those things. And one of the easiest things to do is have a vest.
Yep.
And when I first started, we didn't know. I didn't know. I had like a giant Camelback, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember what you used for your first race. It
wasn't perfect.
It wasn't ideal.
No,
it wasn't perfect.
It was a Camelback, I think, and I had a giant bladder in there. And yeah, so it was tough. It was difficult. It wasn't ideal. We didn't progressed on those types of things.
Yeah, we didn't have any clue what we were doing.
So what I'm going to start with to carry my gels and my garbage and a small camera to kind of document some of that is this Raide belt.
Yep.
And it's like we talked about, it's got a lot of structure to it.
Yeah.
It is a little thicker.
It's one of the only belts that are actually structured.
Yeah. And I've always worn this underneath my t-shirt. I'm going to try to wear it on the outside. I saw Hans Troyer.
Yep.
He's doing Western States that same weekend, right? I've seen some of his training videos. He always wears his belts on the outside of his shirt, and I'm assuming he does that for two reasons.
Yep.
One, comfort, and two, it's easier to access all of his items because he's not reaching under his shirt. I'm going to wear it on the outside of this shirt, and then it'll be underneath my outer shirt, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this back big area for garbage. I don't like to put a bunch of heavy stuff in the back because it bounces around and it annoys me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good belt, and it's probably the least bouncy belt that exists. But
and then the front pockets, I'm going to put my gels in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put my gels in there. And then there's actually two compartments in the front. In that other compartment, I'm going to put my... well, actually, it's yours. That what's it? Osmo?
Yeah, the Osmo.
The Osmo camera, and do some filming along the way, and then hopefully we can come out with
video.
An episode with some of that documenting of the actual race itself.
Yeah. So you're going with that belt. I have a belt. I don't know if I'll use it or not, to be honest. I'll have to see. But vest-wise, we both have the same vest. It's a Raide Research. It just came out. So it's a 5-liter race vest. It has 2 pockets on the front for your bottles. That takes a 500 milliliter flask. And then it has kind of stretch pockets that you could store gels in or any other nutrition. And then it has one zippered pocket, which you could put a phone or a headlamp, something of that nature. So, and the way that this vest is designed, it's designed more in like a compression. It uses the straps on the front as compression to hold your bottles, which is supposed to reduce the bounce, which, I mean, I thought it worked pretty good today. We had them fully loaded today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good in that regard. And then the back of the vest actually has two built-in pockets that one of the pockets you can use to put your poles in, trekking poles. And then the other pocket is built actually to hold a flask. An extra flask. So traditionally on a vest, you're probably either going to have to run a bladder in the back or only have 2 bottles in the front. So that's kind of, and it's super lightweight. Like this thing like weighs nothing. Like it's pretty impressive as far as its weight, and not a super high capacity pack, but you don't really need to carry that. I mean, it's like you gotta carry stuff with you, but you don't want to overdo it either, because then it's just kind of weighing you down. So
right.
I think it's a good option.
Yep.
Like if I was to recommend one, and you wanted to be serious about it, I would definitely say that this is a really good pack.
Yeah.
Another thing, especially when we're talking a warmer weather race, is we have these ice bandanas. It has a zippered pocket, and you can fill it with ice, and then it's perforated on the back of this bandana deal. And as the ice melts, it goes through here. And
that's really cool.
And that's made by East Peak, which is a smaller company, I think, in California. But a lot of like the pros use them, so they must work.
Yeah, so ice goes in, zipper it shut, and then as it melts, comes up the back.
Cold water down the back.
Nice.
Yeah, and we each have one of those, so
Sweet.
that should work well for that. That's kind of one of them things. This is kind of like, I would say this is like one of them learning items that you kind of learn will be very helpful. And then the only other thing that I have as far as managing temperature is I have a couple, now one's on the floor, but I have a couple of arm sleeves. These ones are on ones.
Yep.
They are, they're a heat. They're made for running in the heat. They have a cooling effect. You can dump a cold bottle of water on your arms if you're wearing these and get some significant cooling effect going. And they're also, they cover your hand, most of your hand.
Oh, nice.
So like you get that, a little protection, plus there's a watch deal. So you can still look at your watch.
Nice.
So, and you have arm sleeves as well.
I do, yeah.
So I think both of those items are important, depending on what you're faced with on the day.
Yeah, and obviously sunscreen and those types of things are very important to have. We've got some other skin protection stuff that
let's get this out.
We didn't know about last year. I mean, just not being in a place that typically has anything like poison ivy or poison oak.
Yeah, we don't have it anywhere near here that I'm aware of. I've never encountered.
Yeah, we didn't know until a couple weeks later that we were exposed to it, and boy, I tell you what, that was painful. Both of us got it almost in the exact same spot, middle of our shin.
Yep.
And had equally painful reactions. So we're going to use this IVX pre-contact solution.
Yep.
We're going to apply this several times throughout the course of the race. That will hopefully protect us.
I think it's going to definitely help.
During the race, it's a gel, kind of goes on. And then after, we're going to clean really well with this IVX post-contact stuff. And I think I think
it's going to take care of it.
Yeah.
As long as we don't do anything crazy.
Yeah. And there was a lot of times last year where we were just trudging through the
we had no clue that we were in
yeah.
poison ivy, so
Yeah.
obviously you could imagine that is not a good idea.
Another learning item.
Yeah, definitely.
We learned.
And that's kind of the beauty of ultra running. It's kind of you're always learning something.
Poles.
A
lot of different options for poles. We've used these ones. I mean, these were the first ones we ever got.
Yep. These are the Leki, what are they called? Ultra Trail Carbon.
Yeah.
They're a carbon fiber pole. I mean, they're the gold standard.
A lot of people use it.
A lot of people use
Is
them.
it Leki or is it Leki?
Leki.
Leki?
Yeah, you can see mine are pretty beat up.
Yeah.
But we've used them.
I would say my only tip on those is watch your grip on them. You can get blisters pretty easily if you're over gripping.
Yep.
You don't need to be gripping so tight.
Right. And the Leki has what they call like the shark attachment, I think is what it's called. And it comes with the glove or the...
Yeah. I prefer just to wear a glove, like an actual like thin glove.
Right.
Which...
The thing you got to watch with the shark thing is that they're now attached to your hands.
Yes.
So if you wipe out...
Yep. You can trip over them.
You can trip over them. So a lot of times I'll just hang on to them. lightly.
So you can let them go.
Yeah.
Because you can get hung up in those things, especially if
It
you're on a
can get
descent.
pretty wild. Yeah.
A descent is tough too if you're not used to using them because
Yep.
it's just like skiing, kind of.
Right.
Like
Well,
you
they
can
are.
get hung
You
up.
know, they're essentially ski poles.
Yeah.
But these are super light. They're collapsible. They fit in your pack.
Yep. For us, completely underutilized in probably every race we've ever had them.
Yeah.
And so that's a
We're gonna
big
try
goal.
to we're gonna try to utilize them the way that they should have been utilized every other race.
Yep.
They take load off of your legs, obviously, and your back. It's just they definitely work. So if you got the money, you want to get serious, I'd say the Leki Carbon Ultra collapsible pole is one of the best.
Yeah.
I think there's a black diamond one that's also good, but I believe these are kind of the gold standard.
How we doing on time there? Can you see that?
I have no idea, really. You know, my eyes are horrible,
Okay.
but we're just going to roll with it.
Okay.
So, a couple tech things that we have utilized.
Yep.
So, hydration wise, we have a Nix, which uses a disposable patch and then has a pod on it that you put on. And that thing is supposed to last for 100 hours.
That's good.
So,
I'm going to check that really quick while you're talking about it.
So we have the Nix, and I'm going to wear that. And the Nix, it has a what do you call it? You can have it on your watch, and it'll update you on how much. Did we die there or not yet? Almost. There we go. So the pod locks onto like this patch that you put on your arm, and that collects your sweat data. And yeah, it's worked really good. I've used it multiple times in training runs. And then the other thing we have is the HDrop, which we have talked about. Oh, there you go. And that one, I can't. Did you get that to work on your watch? Did you download like the watch face or the watch thing yet?
No, I didn't know there was one, actually.
Yeah, there is one.
Okay. Yeah, I can mess with
So
that
you can
this
get
week.
that data. And I mean, it's good to know. You can kind of keep track of how much sodium you're losing and kind of where you're at with that. So
Yeah.
we're going to utilize those. I think it's important for us. I think it's
We
really
lose,
a crux in our racing is our hydration. So
Yeah, we've been known to lose
a lot of
a lot of sodium, and it kind of was a struggle last year at Black Hills with the amount that we lost, and then
Yep.
trying to take in a lot at a time can be dangerous.
Yeah, it can get you in trouble too. So, and then I'll be wearing, we both have the same heart rate monitor. It's a Garmin HR 600 or something.
I think it's a 600, yeah.
600 chest strap, very accurate, the most accurate way to track your heart rate. So it's a good thing to watch, because if you're kind of cooking it too hard,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you don't. That's a heck of a tan line on that watch.
Yeah.
there.
And it obviously, it works really well if you have a Garmin watch.
Yep, but it will work with other watches.
And I have the Fenix 8
Yeah.
watch that I'll be using with it.
Yep. And I have the same. We both have Fenix 8s.
So we'll use those in conjunction.
Yep.
And that's kind of our technology.
Yeah, besides
that.
maybe if you want to listen to, you know, I haven't really listened to a lot of stuff, honestly, in races.
Yeah.
It hasn't been, but Shokz, I mean, they're the standard.
Yep.
Any runner, really, that's running of any
Yeah, it's that
amount.
bone conducting technology.
bone conducting, so you can hear what's going on around you, and you can. I mean, I've had them turned up all the way and been talking to you while we're running, and you can hear quite well.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
And they're not in your ears,
Yeah.
which, you know, obviously, if you want to rock out to Kid Rock, you know, you could put your AirPods in, but you ain't gonna be able to hear what's going on very well. And that's important, especially during a race, because you're encountering a lot of people.
Yeah.
Either behind you,
Yeah.
generally,
Yeah.
or meeting people, especially when it gets dark out. you know, you'd think you'd see them coming from a mile away, but you don't. It's like all of a sudden, it's like they pop up right in your face, and you're like, "Ooh!"
Speaking of that,
lightage.
I
can't remember which one I think I got.
When it gets dark, you want to be able to see.
Yeah, 100%.
And there's a couple of things that we've tried, and for me, probably the best thing that I've used is probably the waistband.
Yeah, this is a Ultraspire.
Yeah,
waist belt light. Really have found, and then these are we got a couple extra batteries. We also have a battery in there, so yeah, they're really nice. Because when you get when you got to wear a headlamp, I mean, it's doable.
The headlamp's nice because
you get you can look around.
Yeah, and you can see off trail.
Yeah,
better what's going on.
A lot of times I'll wear a lighter duty headlamp. So I can kind of look around and see if I need to look at something. But as far as at your feet or, you know, in your running path, the way you can't beat the waist light.
And it's got that 3D lighting, which really it's illuminating what you're going to step on. So
you can see if there's big rocks
and ruts, and that's what's nice about those.
Super, super awesome product. They really, I think there's one other company called Kogala, and they make a waist system. It's not, I don't think it's as good because you need to have an external power source for it. So then you have to have like a brick or whatever. So, I mean, I'm not in love with that.
But invest in good lighting.
Yeah.
Because I think probably the first year I was running on a headlamp that
like a crappy Petzl.
Wasn't doing the trick. I mean, I was blind. I was running on like dim light. Yeah. Which in itself is an adventure, but it's kind of
it's not really the kind of adventure you want to be having at that time.
It puts you in a whole nother state of mind.
Yep. So this is a gear bag deal that I got, trying to organize and just not have to struggle, you know? So these are the Leki gloves that you can use that have the shark system.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll use them or not, but that's what they look like. They kind of just fit over your hand. It's like I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a biking glove or something. I don't know.
Yep.
It's fine though. But like I said, if you fall, it gets a little wild. And then
bare butt wipes.
Bare butt wipes. Shout out.
Self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. Yeah.
This is what we were talking about in the last episode.
Yeah.
You're going to want these with if you have an incident.
Yep.
And, you know,
kind of anything, not just the bathroom situation, but just having something that you can wipe. You know, you don't know what's going to happen out there. It's wild. The only other thing I have in here is
I'll be needing those.
Some lens wipes.
I'll be asking for those.
Yeah. So clean your glasses off, sunglasses, whatever if you have, or wipe your phone off. Your phone turns into a sticky mess. You know, you can get that cleaned up. And then the only other thing I had in there is just some of the NIX patches for that biosensor.
Yeah.
For the hydration. So that's it for in there. And then we can take a look. This one's a little heavier. This one here, I think, what do I have in here? So in this one, I have, let's see. This here is, it's called PlayOn. It's like a pain relief spray.
Yep.
That I have used. So if you get kind of like sore quads, sore
really
calves, whatever, you can throw it on.
Seems like that works pretty decent.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of like a
temporary pain relief for some,
Yep. And it's like a menthol. It's got this Duracool technology. So it kind of feels cool. It's kind of like Bengay, you know.
Yeah.
But not as messy.
Yeah.
Soaks in really fast.
Yep.
So I use that. And then everybody's best friend, Body Glide.
Yep.
And here's a little pro tip. Well,
Yeah.
not pro tip. Get a little tape.
Yeah.
Put
a
that
little
on
tape
there.
on there.
That's the one you're putting down in the nether regions.
Yep.
You don't want to be wiping this on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, keep them separate. But yeah, a couple sticks of those. Little bit of chapstick.
Yep.
Beetle lips. Guy doesn't
Yep.
want to get beetle lips.
Yep. No, that sun can be brutal on the lips.
Yeah,
and-
bad. So have chapstick with you. A little mineral sunscreen
Yep.
to keep the sun off you. If it's the Black Hills is pretty protected.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're going to get a ton of that going, but you know, not a bad idea, especially on the face.
Band-Aids.
Band-Aids. Look at them. Got a whole deck of them.
Ryan did a tester with the
Nipple shields were a fail.
the nipples.
Nipple shields, no good.
Too small for his
small.
giant pepperoni nipples.
I don't feel like I have overly big nipples.
Well, no, I don't think you do either. You know, I haven't done a whole lot of
They looked like they were for
measuring.
infants.
I haven't gotten the measuring tape out or anything, but yeah, I guess
it was a no-go.
maybe they're not supposed to cover the whole nipple. Maybe it's just supposed to
don't-
be the tip.
Yeah. Just the tip.
But not sure. But we're just going to go back to the old Band-Aid.
Back to the
brand.
Band-Aids.
Band-Aid brand.
Yeah. Other things. Imodium.
Oh,
Good idea if things really start to kind of fall apart guts-wise
yeah.
and you can't get that straightened out. I have used it, and I mean, it does work. You don't want to take a ton of it, but
Sunscreen looks like.
a little more. Blue lizard.
Blue lizard. I've never heard of that before.
Okay, so yeah, a little more sunscreen. Then you got this. This is not cocaine.
Okay. That'll get a guy through a race.
This is a product called Palm's Blister Shield.
Okay.
It's just a powder that you can. There is a scooper in there. That'll be a mess. But yeah, you can put this powder in your sock, and then it'll help keep your feet dry.
Huh.
So
Okay.
good idea. I think I'm going to try to utilize that as best I can. And then in this pocket we have. So I have like cords, you know, tons of cords. Everything's got a cord for watch and whatnot. And then this here is the headlamp that I am going to use. It's just it's a Petzl. It's a really light
Yeah. Yep.
headlamp. So I'm going to use that for if I want to wear one. And then this is like a, what do you call it? Charging block?
Store. Yeah.
Yeah, charging block.
block.
Yeah. This is from Dark Energy, which is a really good brand. And it
Yeah.
will clamp on there and it will charge your phone.
Nice.
So,
Are you?
That-
Yeah. Are you gonna? Yeah. That's nice.
and I think you can even be charging your phone plus charging your watch. Like if you had to charge your watch,
There's a plug-in there too.
you can plug it in.
Okay.
But I think you can charge your phone at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you can. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, got that. It's
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to work good. And then I have an extra headlamp to have. In
Okay.
case, oof, that was loud. In case that one fails or whatnot. I don't think so. Petzl is a pretty good brand.
Okay.
And, so yeah, we got that.
I think that pretty much wraps up our gear.
Yeah,
I mean, for the most part.
for the most part.
Those are the things that, I mean, there's obviously some things that are completely not necessary,
Right.
but through the experience that we've had, these are things that without these things, there's areas where, you know, like we just know that these are things we've needed that would have helped us out a lot in the past.
Yeah.
And so if we would have known, we would have had those things,
Yeah,
you know, to help us out.
definitely.
It doesn't mean you can't do it without those things, but
And that's I think that's the take home with a lot of the gear
yeah.
is that could you do it without it? Yeah. But can this kind of stuff really help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be very helpful. The only other thing that we could touch on real quick, nutrition. So,
Going to take a little bit different approach this year.
a little bit different approach. We are going to go with AMACX, which I really like. This is probably my favorite. Well, it is my favorite gel that I've tried.
I think so.
It's like those popsicles from when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So they're delicious.
They're great. I mean, they go down easy.
Yeah, they're very liquidy compared to others.
A drink gel is what
that's what
call
they're
them, marketed as.
Yeah. And what do these have? I can never remember. It's about 100. Well, it is 120 calories.
Yep.
It's got 200 milligrams of sodium, which a lot of gels don't have sodium in them.
Yep.
And then they're 30 grams of carbs. And that is basically all sugar.
Yeah. And so one thing that we've talked about, or that I think I've struggled with us, with the paces that we're running, is the amount of carbs that we're taking in through sugar.
Yeah.
And we got pretty obsessed with, we need this many carbs. And the amount of sugar that I think we were taking in and the amount of carbs was a bit of an overload.
Yeah.
And so when we hit that 40-mile mark or so, for me anyways, I think I'm taking in too much sugar.
Yeah. And not any solid food.
And not any solid food.
Not any kind of complex carbohydrate.
And I start to get a sugar overload, and it upsets me in not necessarily like an upset stomach, but my body becomes lethargic.
Yep.
And there's a combination there of like, okay, now I've been going for 12 hours or 10 hours.
Right.
And you're going to become
lethargic
because of that.
Yeah.
But I do think there's an element of like, I don't have actual food in me.
Yeah.
And it's causing my body to just
it kind of goes into a shutdown mode.
And so that part of it, we're going to try to limit that by not doing a combination of the
Gels
drink
and drink mix.
Yeah. So we're going to do gels, solid food, and eliminate the drink mix, because I don't think we're burning as much carbs
as we think.
No. And if we are, we can always supplement.
Well, yeah, we can take more gels. We can do drink mix. We'll have drink mix. The AMACX makes a drink mix. That's what we have.
Yeah.
We have it portioned out and ready to go. So if that's something that we need, I will probably carry one with me in my pack, because there are a couple checkpoints where the crew won't be there.
And then with using that Nix and the HDrop, we've kind of dialed in with what we believe we need with electrolyte. And we're going to use this RE-LYTE brand hydration mix to stay up on our electrolytes. It's going to be warm. It's going to be in the 80s probably for a lot of the daytime running. And we're going to sweat a lot like we do. We're going to lose a lot of salt, a lot of sodium. And we're going to just need to make sure that we're up on that the entire time.
Yeah, and this... Man, my eyes... Is it 1,200 milligrams?
1280.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about 1,200 milligrams of electrolyte. That's a mix of sodium, chlorides, magnesium.
And you can overdo it.
You can overdo it.
And so that's something that is a bit scary, because that's where you can get the major stomach issues, is if you overdo your sodium intake or potassium intake.
Yep.
And so that's something we got to be cognizant of. But at the same time, if you don't have enough, you're cramping up, and it's bad the other way. So, and then the other thing we're going to utilize too is some caffeine pills.
Yep, we're going to try
We're going to go straight Saved by the Bell. Jesse's taking caffeine pills to study for the test.
Jesse's addicted.
We're gonna be taking some caffeine pills strategically to get through those difficult parts.
Yep.
And we might utilize taking a strategic nap.
Oh boy, he's talking nappies
to make sure that we can get through the most difficult part of that mind fog.
Yep.
There's
definitely a point that you reach where it's like you're kind of teetering on just being delusional
Yeah, I think
Not-
there's a fine line of like you got to hit the reset button, but you can't allow your body to go into shutdown mode.
Right.
It's like a reset, but it's not a shutdown.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, you got to be very careful in a 100-miler. You know,
Yeah.
you can really. It can be really hard to get going again.
Yeah.
And that's a fear of mine
Same. Yep.
because I seen you did do that when you ran the Matahe,
Yeah.
and it did work out,
Yeah.
but it was brutal when you had to get up.
Yeah. And that's the thing where it's like when you're an outside observer and you saw it work out, it's like
Yeah,
you saw it work out, but at the same time, you didn't go through the anguish
Yeah,
of that process.
right.
And in hindsight,
it's easy to say a nap is good.
if I
when you
could have
didn't
done something
experience it.
differently, I would have. You know what I mean? Like if I could have had a different option, I would have done that. Maybe there wasn't a different option in that circumstance.
You were.
Didn't utilize caffeine though, really
We
at
haven't.
all in that circumstance. So
We haven't used caffeine, and
so we can see how that works.
we're
I would
gonna
say we're
try
going to limit our nap, to 20 to 30 minutes.
Yep.
We're also going to maybe utilize
compression boots.
in that space
Yep.
to make sure our legs aren't completely
Yeah.
at rest.
Try to flush some of your lactic acid out
Yep.
of your legs using the boots, opposed to if you're going to lay down. I think it would help.
Yep. Yeah.
It could, and you used the boots. Well, that was on the track deal
Yeah.
that we did, and
Yep.
and it seemed like it really helped.
It did.
Yeah.
I think it did. So that's something that we're going to try too. And I think we're ready to go. I mean, we're ready to go. I hope this helped. If you're looking at doing an ultra,
It probably looks overwhelming,
yeah.
but I mean, it's really not.
And I'll try to break the video too. And I mean, obviously you can watch it all the way through, but I'll try to break this one down to like here's the different things.
Yeah.
And, the important parts of what you need for an ultra marathon. And you can kind of click through and try to get some links.
And if you have questions
different
about
things.
any of the gear, shoot us a message,
Yep.
and we'll definitely
Yeah.
answer those questions, and what our experience is and what works, what doesn't work, or for us.
Yeah.
So, because there's been stuff that doesn't work.
Yep.
We've tried it.
Yep.
We've tried a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I think that's a good comprehensive look at what we're going to use for the race.
All right. Next episode we're going to be live at, or not live, but we'll be at location, Black Hills. We'll probably do a little bit before, talk a little bit before, and then we'll do after the race.
Boy,
We'll have
I hope I'm wearing my buckle.
we'll have some footage from the race and maybe put together a little video about the
Insight
race.
on the race.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Awesome.
Thanks.
Hope that helps everybody.
Oh, life is passing you by, by. Your whole reality is nothing but a lie. Please stop taking up my time.